Well, that's definitely broken. Hello there. Today we're with the Nissan Primera P12 because the light in its boot isn't working. And unfortunately, it's not just the bulb. That would be way too easy. Now the light in this boot is on the right-hand side. Specifically, it's up there. And the first thing we need to do is remove it, which means undoing that screw. If only we had a screwdriver. Well, that's handy. So, once again, I find myself climbing into the boot of a car. Right, let's have a go at the screw. Should come out nice and easily. It has indeed. And now we can just lower the light down. Hang on, that screw needs a bit more tension. There we are. Down comes the light. And now we need to remove this electrical connector by squeezing it and pulling. There we are. So, now we can see inside the light there's an obvious likely reason it isn't working. Specifically, there's a lot of corrosion, for want of a better term, on these two terminals. And I think it's likely that corrosion is stopping electricity making its way to the bulb. And here's a close-up of the corroded terminals so we can have a better look. There's a second issue to consider as well. Specifically, we have this orange colouring on the inside of the lens, and we can see that from this side as well. And that orange has come from the screw, which has gone rusty. Oh dear. Now, the reason the screw is rusty is because in the past we've had a leak and water has soaked this entire side of the car, including the light. That was fun. So, what we need to do now is remove the corrosion from those electrical contacts, and the best tool for the job is a fiberglass brush. So we've now taken the bulb out, and we can just come in here with the fiberglass brush and get to work. This may take a while. Okay, we've now cleaned up the terminals and replaced the light, but as we can see, it's still not working. And just to be thorough, I have tried 3 different bulbs as well. So the next stage is to grab the multimeter, which we have here, and make sure electricity is actually coming down that wire. Now, I'd be surprised if it isn't, but it makes sense to check. So we'll just poke the probes of the multimeter into the electrical socket. So yeah, we're reading just over 12 volts here, so electricity is definitely getting to the light. Now, I still think the most likely problem is corrosion on the terminals, and there is still some on there that we couldn't get to with the brush. It's inaccessible at the moment. So what we'll do is get drastic, remove the terminals from the light. That should improve access, and then we'll be able to give them a more thorough clean. So now we have the terminals in this bowl, and we're going to soak them in WD-40. Hopefully this will help clean them up a bit. And then we'll give them another scrub with the brush, maybe even a toothbrush as well, and see if it works. Certainly hope so. So, after all that cleaning and sanding, we now have 2 shiny terminals. I've also removed the orange rust staining from the screw that was predominantly here on the inside of the lens and cleaned up the screw itself. So that should be fixed. And therefore, we now have a working light. Hooray! So there you go. That's how to fix a water-damaged boot light in a Nissan Primera P12. Now, before you go, don't forget to subscribe to CarSpyTV. That makes it easier to find my other content. Can you also please do me a favour and click like on this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.